Are you lost, sir?
Not at all. I'm right where I need to be. I'm Sherlock Holmes, by the way.
Ursula Oni, the chief archivist. How can I help you exactly?
I need to take a look at the history of Cordona and its islanders to retrieve some, hopefully, useful information.
Your brother Mycroft told me that you were direct, and now that we've met, I can see that is true.
Someone in our family has to balance the evasive nature of my brother. Well, may I use the city archives?
You may, of course, but in return, perhaps dinner?
That's a high price to pay for looking at your archives.
I was teasing you. Pay no attention to me.
I'm curious, how did Mycroft recruit you? I doubt you're a field agent. I imagine you work with intelligence.
That's correct. Your brother noticed me when I tracked down a spy at the archives. That's how our cooperation began. And you? Did Mycroft force you into this?
Not at all. We simply have a mutual interest in someone. Or something.
Of course. A fruitful and willing collaboration, I'm sure.
Well, I'm his younger brother. I have to accept the consequences of being a close relative of an official figure.
I suppose, in a way, we are colleagues, Mr. Holmes.
In the remotest way possible, Miss Oni. Mycroft and his errands. Pshaw. Hello, Ma. I'm looking for the Chief Archivist, Ursula Oni. Where can I find her?
Miss Oni is away on official government business. My name is Merrill Levy, Deputy Chief Archivist. I am taking care of archival matters in her absence. How can I help you, Mr.
Holmes. I won't equivocate. I'm here to investigate Miss Oni's disappearance.
Her disappearance? But I told you that...
Yes, official government business. It's ironic, then, that the government knows nothing about it, don't you think?
Oh, so you're one of... them. Well, sir, I know that she had an assignment, but I'm not privy to any details.
You said that Miss Oni is away on official business. Were those her exact words to you?
No. She once mentioned she did some work for people in high places, so I guess I just assumed.
Is this the first time Miss Oni has been away so long?
Oh, no. She travels a lot. Government-related tasks, I believe. It's always confidential. Always on short notice. The alternative is that she simply went to visit her family on the Swahili coast. If that's the case, it would be quite a while before she returns.
Who would be so desperate to see relatives? I will have to inspect Miss Oni's office. There may be clues to her whereabouts among her personal effects. You must have a spare key?
Yes, but sir, there are rules. I cannot allow a stranger to rummage through my superior's possessions. What if she returns today?
She won't. If you like, we can notify the oafs at the police station and have them do the rummaging, but believe me, I'll be much more prudent. Furthermore, I will notice things they will not.
How do you mean?
Must we really waste the time? Fine. The past month hasn't been kind to you, Mrs. Levy. With your husband gone, the life of a working single mother must be exhausting. You're raising a child, yes?
Yes. Mikhail. What about him?
He's been throwing violent temper tantrums of late. Those scratch marks indicate you are unable to rein in his bad behavior. Perhaps if you spent more time at home.
I do not need a pimple-faced boy's unsolicited parenting advice. Just take the key and leave my son out of this.
Thank you kindly.
Damn these Capello safes, hiding all the juicy secrets.
Solid gold. Looks like a family heirloom. It's a death register from the last century. Interesting. What a vivid vermilion. A box of bonbons. Miss Oni has a sweet tooth.
Perhaps a gift from her admirer. I wonder if the poor bloke knows she's missing.
She's proud of her roots. Can I ask you a question?
A gentleman deserves an helping hand.
Do they have no qualms about robbing the dead?
Blood drops from a small wound. Traces of dirt from a shovel. All it takes is one precise strike. Someone leant on this slab. Miss Oni was here with an accomplice. Their argument led to a fight. That fight ended with a shovel to her head. No prizes for guessing where her body is. The blow killed her instantly. This earring was torn out by force. The fight must have been fierce. Buried with her precious treasures like an Egyptian pharaoh. There's dried blood under her fingernails. The murderers. Official government business, eh? Mrs. Levy, what a fortuitous coincidence. Let me guess. Leaving on official government business?
No, I need to take care of some urgent family matters. So if you'll excuse me.
I will not. See, I found something of yours, and I thought it only gentlemanly to return it. Your earring. And that was not the only thing I unearthed. You'll be pleased to know that no grave robbers have removed Miss Oni from where you left her.
Sir, I know we got off on the wrong foot, but I'm not the cold-blooded killer you think I am. Please let me explain.
This should be good.
It was Ursula's endeavor, all along. She needed the money to sustain her lifestyle. When she asked if I'd join her, how could I refuse? My husband died. Bartosz. I had to make ends meet. I had to provide for my boy. Before long, my conscience got the better of me. I wanted to stop, but Ursula wouldn't let me.
That is no excuse for murder. You could have come clean and reported her to the authorities.
It wasn't murder. It was self-defense. She threatened to take my son away from me. Said she'd make sure he ends up in an orphanage. And then she hit me. And I let my instincts take over. I had to protect my family.
Against all odds, I believe you. What happened in that crypt will stay between the two of us.
Truly. Oh, Mr. Holmes, thank you. Thank you.
Oh, please, stop. The truth is the truth, and that's as far as my interest extends. That said, a word of advice. The next time you pursue another source of income, consider something more... legal.
Yes, sir. Of course. I don't know what I was thinking. But what about the official investigation?
Yes, I will of course take care of it. Farewell, Mrs. Levy. That's a moving story, Mrs. Levy. When you tell it in court, perhaps it will mitigate your sentence.
I'm begging you, Mr. Holmes. At least allow me to see my son one last time. My Mikhail, he won't...
I'm afraid that's up to the police. Let's go.